Hey guys, today I'm going to be filming an Empties video for you, which is always exciting. If you're wondering what's up with the ponytail and the glasses, my eyes are in like desperate need from a break with contacts because I've just been wearing contacts like crazy recently for like super long periods of the day, and my hair really needs a break from the curling iron. So I'm just kind of letting, you know, everything have a little bit of a break as well as my skin and stuff. So anyway, I thought that this would be a perfect time to film an Empties since I have quite a bit in here and sometimes I let these videos get way too long. But with that, let's just get into it. The first product that I pulled out here was this Dove Purely Pampery Nourishing Body Wash. This is the Pistachio Cream and Magnolia scent. This is my favorite body wash ever. I particularly really enjoy this scent. I really wish that Dove would come out with like some fall scents. I know that probably sounds like super white girlish, but if they had some type of like a pumpkin-y or like an apple cinnamon scent, I would be all over it. But this one, it still smells good. I would kind of consider it maybe like a spring, summer kind of scent. You just get kind of that nutty scent mixed in with that flowery scent, and I think it's very kind of spring-like. That being said, I have repurchased this and it is now still in my shower. I've gone through, I think 2 or 3 of these now, and I love them. I love how Dove body washes are just really moisturizing to the skin. I like how they don't seem to cause any sensitivity on my skin, and overall I just really like this scent. I would really recommend just any of these Dove cream body washes because they are amazing. I have some fragrance samples that I want to talk about. This first one here is from Marc Jacobs, and this is the Daisy Dream. If I can get a better shot of that, there you go. I still have a few more of each of these, actually little samples sitting over there, because I remember one time when I was still working at Ulta, we had this like huge basket of this fragrance and this fragrance, like all these little samples of it, and we were able to take some for ourselves, so I took like 6 of each. But anyway, as far as the Daisy Dream, I thought that it was okay. I really liked it at first, but then I noticed that the more that I wore it and like the more I got through the sample, the less I started to like it. It was a very kind of girly, very feminine scent, kind of fruity, kind of berry-ish, but there was some type of a weird kind of like powdery scent that I found was maybe like a note behind it, where I don't know, the more that I wore it, the more I just kind of was like about it. It says that it is a fruity floral with delectable notes of blackberry, jasmine, and wisteria. I don't know if it was the wisteria or what it was in here that I just didn't, you know, totally enjoy, but I wouldn't consider purchasing the full size. And then finally the other scent was my NY, DKNY, and I loved this scent. I really enjoy this, and I'm glad that I have other samples of it. I'm not seeing anywhere on here that talks about the notes of it, but it's a very, I would kind of describe it as like a spicy sweet scent. I love that it still is kind of feminine girly, but there's something to it that's just really spicy and it's really intriguing, and each time I wear it, Bryce loves it. And yeah, I would definitely consider purchasing the full size once I ran out of my samples because it is a great scent. It's also one of those scents where you really only need like 1 spritz because it's super strong at first. And I noticed that wears really nicely throughout the day, and it's just a really intriguing kind of scent. It's one of those scents that you just want to smell all day, so I really enjoyed that one. I finished one of these Ulta dual tipped cotton applicators. You guys know that I love these. If you want to see what one actually looks like, here's a dirty one from my makeup today. Basically, they just kind of have a pointed side and then they have a rounded side. Obviously, that's going in the trash, but I love these. I really like having that pointed side to be able to clean up any edges. I like having that kind of flat rounded side to be able to clean up like any maybe mascara that got up on my eyelids. I also use them to sharpen the tail of my brow. I use them to sharpen around my lips if I'm wearing a really bold lipstick. I just find that I use these, I mean, I seriously use at least one each and every single day. I love these things. You can really just find a good use for them, and they're just really amazing. The Ulta brand is fine. I think Target also carries some. I'm sure Walgreens, CVS, they all kind of have their own version of these, but anyone will do. I just really enjoy the shape and I find them to be very versatile. Finished one of the Ulta 200 Premium Square cotton pads. Ooh, I hit myself with it. These are just kind of like the square cotton pads. I mean, the name says it all, really. I really enjoyed these. Since then, now I have switched over to the CVS brand of these square cotton pads, and I must say I really like the CVS brand a lot more. I find that they're a little bit more durable, a little bit more strong. I used to use cotton rounds for the longest time. The thing that I found with cotton rounds is that while they work great, and yes, I still really like them, they get really, really expensive. For 200 of these, I think that that is the same price for like 80 cotton rounds. And I go through these things like crazy because I use them to remove nail polish. I use about 3 of them a day for just like my skincare routine. So I find that I go through cotton round squares like crazy, and pretty soon the cotton rounds just got really expensive, having to repurchase them all the time. So since then, I just switched to these 200 packs of cotton squares, and I really like them. I don't really notice any difference. I don't find that they absorb more product or deposit less or anything like that. I feel like they work just as well, and they're just a little bit cheaper. So if you have that same issue, I'd really recommend trying to find the little squares, and so far my favorite ones are the CVS ones, but these Ulta ones did just fine too. Here I have a Bath & Body Works Triple Moisture Body Cream that has a hair on it. That's lovely. This is in the Tokyo Lotus and Apple Blossom scent. This scent is going to remind me of summer right when I open it. Yeah, oh god. Actually, this kind of takes me back to like Ulta days, because over the summer, you know, I worked at Ulta, and oh gosh, kind of anxiety inducing smell, but I really liked these Triple Moisture body creams for a while, and I think that now there's just something about them where the scent I think is just a little bit too strong for my skin. I notice when I use these, yeah, they're really moisturizing, but I also tend to get more bumps around my arm, which I already have that issue where I get like these little tiny bumps. I know there's like a technical skin term for it, but if I use like glycolic acid or BHAs or something like that on them, I find that that kind of chemical exfoliant can help with that a lot. But I find that stuff that's heavily scented kind of triggers that a little bit more in my skin. I have the same problem with my legs too. And I just don't really think I'll probably be purchasing more of these. I really like them because I love the scents. I love that the scents linger, and I really like the moisture they provide. I think there's just too much fragrance loaded in these for my skin. I think my skin is just a little bit too sensitive for these. So I'm not saying I will not ever purchase one again, because I always get drawn in by the scents, but for now I am using a Olay body moisturizer, and I really like it. So I probably won't be repurchasing one of these for a while. I don't know why I threw this in here, but if you guys are curious to know what contact solution I use BioTrue. I really like this stuff. I've tried a million different contact solutions in my life, and this stuff is just the best. It's also one of the most expensive, which sucks, but I don't know. I find that it works really well. It really moisturizes my contacts, and I feel like it cleans them very nicely, and it will be the one that I will always repurchase, but that's not super exciting. Something that is a little bit more exciting is that I finished one of these Paula Choice Earth Sourced Purely Natural Refreshing Toners. This is my holy grail toner. I again have another one sitting in my bathroom right now. This stuff is amazing. I think that it helps with my redness so much. I noticed such a big difference once I put this on. The overall tone of my skin once I use this is just so much more even. A lot of the problems that I have is I have a lot of kind of ruddiness in my cheeks. And once I started using this, I noticed a huge difference. I really noticed that going down. I noticed that I don't get as many clogged pores. I really like just the feel of this. It is really refreshing, and it feels amazing on the skin. On top of that, there are just some cool ingredients in here. You have grape, green tea, oat, cranberry, bilberry, olive. You have so many different cool, like really nice natural ingredients. I think it's 98% natural. And the cool thing about Paula's Choice natural products that I really like is she really uses natural products that are good for the skin, because I've said this a million times in all my videos. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's good for you. I think you need a balance of both natural and chemical ingredients to really get a good product. And saying that this is 98% natural, I really enjoy it. My skin just doesn't react to like purely natural and organic ingredients always in the best way. I find that it sometimes has weird, almost like allergic reactions to some products, but I've never had any issues with this. It's nicely hydrating. There's lots of antioxidants, and I could sing the praises basically of this line in general forever. You guys know that Paula's Choice is my favorite skincare line of all time, and I'm not, you know, sponsored by them. I haven't been sent anything from them. I have no contact with them other than me constantly going to the website and repurchasing things because it is amazing. And if you guys are looking for a good toner, this is for all skin types, and I just could not recommend it enough. I also really like her price points. She really isn't that expensive at all, and her shipping is really cheap, and her shipping is fast. I just love it. Love it. I also have a little Paula's Choice sample that I threw in here. Whenever you order from Paula's Choice, she lets you choose like 3 samples of her products that you can get. This is one of them that I finished. This is the Skin Balancing Oil Reducing Cleanser. I really, really like this stuff. It kind of smelled like Dove, you know, just like the Dove Beauty Bar soap. So I feel like maybe there's some type of an ingredient in both of those products that are the same. This claims to be non-irritating, 100% fragrance-free, no animal dyes. She also doesn't do any animal testing. That it will remove excess oil, it's great for sensitive skin, and it removes makeup and rinses clean. I really like this stuff, and once I run out of my CeraVe cleanser, I probably will be repurchasing this, like in the actual full size. I found that this just really, really cleared up my skin. I found that it wasn't too stripping, but yet it really did clean off everything. Any, you know, leftover makeup maybe I had in my skin after I, you know, used my makeup remover, I found that this really cleaned all that off, and I didn't find that it, you know, it caused any more breakouts. My skin was looking really good when I was using this, so yeah, I will definitely repurchase this once I run out of my CeraVe one, because it was really, really good stuff, and I liked what it did for my skin. Next in here, oh, this is so sad, my NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. I just decided, I mean, I've had this thing now for like 2 years, and I just decided that it needs to go. There is some product still around, you know, the walls there, but can you just see how gunky and how gross that is? I was like, oh, I need to stop using this. Plus I have like a million different eyeshadow primers I need to get through. This stuff though is and will always be my holy grail. On my super oily eyelids, it just works so well. I find that it really fills in any of the fine lines and creates such a smooth and even canvas for my eyeshadow to go on top of. I really like the packaging. I love the doe foot applicator. I just find it to be so quick, so easy to use, and it works so freaking well. It's a great eyeshadow primer, and if you have issues with super oily eyelids, you need to give this a try. I know it's more expensive than like your e.l.f. one or like the Urban Decay one, but I think that it is 100% worth it. And I mean, I told you guys I've had this now for like 2 years, and I used it non-stop, and if that doesn't show how long lasting it is, I don't know what does, because you just don't need that much of this stuff, and it works so well. A mascara that I decided to put in my empties bin was the Maybelline The Rocket. Sometime last month I got this weird kind of eye infection like on my lower lash line, and this is the mascara that I always use, or I used to always use, on my lower lashes. I kind of attributed that infection to this. I still don't know for sure if that's what caused it, but regardless, I was wearing this mascara on my lower lashes, so I just felt kind of weird using it again. I really didn't like this mascara on anything but my lower lashes. For some reason, this one on my upper lashes, I mean, it just clumped. It gave me that really kind of flaky, spidery look. I really hate these plastic bristles on my upper lashes, and I should have known that I wasn't gonna like this mascara, but so many people hyped it up, and it was like one of the few Maybelline Volume Express mascaras that I haven't tried, and so I decided to give it a go, and it just didn't work for me. I'm kind of over Maybelline mascaras. I've never found one that I like and that I stick to. So, I don't know, I'm kind of over the whole Volume Express line in general, but yeah, this is one that I will not be repurchasing. Another mascara I have in here is the Benefit Bad Gal Lash. This is one of those mascaras that I don't think it's amazing, but I don't think it's bad either. I really like this mascara to blend my natural and false lashes together. So after I apply my falsies, just kind of going through with this and making sure that, you know, they were all kind of pressed together and that they were blended and looking natural. There's something about the way that this one was shaped that just worked really well for that. But on its own, it gave me a very natural lash look, which I don't mind. There are days where I enjoy that. I really like dramatic, bold eyelashes. So I don't think I will be repurchasing it. I might repurchase one of these little guys again, just for the sake of having a really great mascara to blend, like I said, my real lashes and my false lashes together. But I mean, other than that, it was just kind of average. And then finally for mascaras, I have the Physicians Formula Organic Wear CC Mascara. I'm so sad because I meant to do a review on this and I just kept on putting it off and off and off, and before you knew it, I used this thing up. It is pretty much just completely dried out. I mean, there's barely anything left on this wand. I used this thing as much as I could. Now this mascara, I kind of liked it for an opposite reason than the Benefit one. I really like this stuff to wear under my false eyelashes. So I would apply a coat of this, apply my false eyelashes, and then use that Benefit mascara to kind of bind them together, and that combination was like a winning combination for me when it came to false eyelashes. But I really did enjoy this mascara by itself too. Again, I mean, nothing like crazy, insane, out of this world volume and length, but I would say that it gave me a little bit more volume than the Benefit Bad Gal Lash. And overall, you guys know that I just love these Physicians Formula mascaras. I really like the fact that they are nourishing to the lashes, and I haven't tried one yet that I really don't like. The only downside I would say to these is that they dry out super quick just because the actual formulation of the mascara is really dry in itself. And I really like a more drier formulated mascara, but there does come a point where if it's too dry, you're going to get that weird flaky kind of issue. So but anyway, I would repurchase other ones. I don't know if I'll go back to the CC one. I might decide to try just some other ones from Physicians Formula, but I would definitely consider repurchasing a Physicians Formula mascara. As far as the whole, I mean, the whole idea of it with this is that it was supposed to curl your eyelashes and there was supposed to be no need for an eyelash curler. I did find that that kind of scoop shape did help to hold a curl and did help to curl them a little bit, but I still liked using my eyelash curlers, so I kind of felt that was like a little bit gimmicky, but still a good mascara, and I would recommend it if you are in the market for just a good organic natural mascara. And finally in here I have two little wallflower thingies. The first one here is in the scent Autumn. This says that it's a crisp fall fragrance that blends dark pomegranate with red delicious apple, juicy fig with notes of fir balsam and rich cedarwood. I love this stuff. It was kind of weird because at first when I plugged it in, I was very unsure about it. There's something about it at first that kind of smelled almost medicinal. And I think it was because of all those different, you know, kind of fruity notes in it, like the pomegranate and the apple and the fig. There was something about that combination that kind of made it smell like just like cough medicine almost. There was something about it where it's like the more the oil warmed up and stuff in the wallflower, it started to just smell warm and amazing, and it really kind of just captured an essence of autumn, and I really like this, and I would definitely consider repurchasing this one. Loved it a lot. And then the other one was the sweet cinnamon pumpkin scent. Love this scent. Out of all of the kind of pumpkin-y scents that Bath & Body Works does, this is by far my favorite, the sweet cinnamon one. I just find that it's not too strong, it's not too pumpkin-y, but it's not too cinnamon-y, but it's not, you know, it's not too much. It's just kind of that perfect balance of everything. I really like this. This has been the one that I have been using in my room right now, and it just makes this room smell so good. I also got the candle version of this. It smells just as amazing. And overall, this is just one of my favorite fall scents from them, and I really have been enjoying it. So yeah, I would definitely repurchase that before the season is over. So that is it. Of course, this is way longer than I expected it to be, but you guys know how I like to ramble. I hope you all enjoy this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.